So this is part two of the Shoprite in-depth analysis. If you haven't watched the first one, please do check down here in the description. I'm going to post a link to the first video. Please do check that out first, and let's jump straight into it. Dividends. Mark the date, 11th of April. So Shoprite is going to be paying a dividend on the 11th of April, and if you haven't bought their shares, the last day to do that would be on the 6th of April if you want to get the dividend payout. Please note, this is not financial advice, and do not go buy just because I said so now. I've got my own reasons for being invested into Shoprite. Do your own due diligence if you want to do the same. I hope this will also lead you in the right direction. That being said, the only companies I'm looking at is either companies I'm invested in or I am actively considering investing into. So if you've got your own companies that you don't know where to start researching, or you've got an interest in certain companies, do feel free to abuse me right here in the comment section. Let me know, and then I'll definitely spend my time. I'm more than willing to spend my time and look into some of these companies on your behalf. So innovation is the key word. Innovation. It sounds very odd when you have to tell someone that Shoprite of all companies is quite innovative. Surely we've all walked into a Shoprite or a Checkers. And please note, whenever I say Shoprite during the course of this video, I'm referring to the Shoprite group of companies. So as I mentioned in the first video, so I'm referring to the entire group in this case. So I'm sure we have walked into a Shoprite store, and they've got these private label brands, or what we call no-name brands. For Shoprite, they've got Right brand. For USAF, they've got U brand. For Checkers, they'll have this blue one which they call the Checkers House brand. So this is part of their innovativeness, right, where they create their own brands in-house, where they've got full control. So what now they're doing, they're entering into the more premium market segment. They are now competing with more established brands, not only on price now, but on the quality offering. I'm sure if you've been to Checkers, you've either seen this brand over here. This is just barbecue sauce called Simple Truth, and they also do offer this for a whole host of other things. It looks like I'm advertising, but no, trust me, I'm not. I'm just trying to get my message across. So these are not the only private label brands they have. They've got quite a lot of them, like Freshmark in the fresh produce. They've got Pot of Gold, which is for the teen stuff. They also have, what is it, Oh My Goodness, which is, I think, for sweet and sweeties for kids. And then there's quite a number of these private brands. They also have, what is it, Coffee Ground, if I'm not mistaken. This is for their own coffee. So where's the innovativeness in this? Now, what this does is that it gives them full control over the production, manufacture, the supply, and even selling it to the end user of these products. And that being said, the profit margins are way higher on these products. So now they've got almost full control of the entire ecosystem, right? Which positions them extremely well, considering that Shoprite, or the Shoprite group rather, as we speak, they've got access to over 23 million. Think of that for a second. 23 million unique customers that they can sell all of these brands to. Mind you, they are working on increasing the brand participation of the private label. So as they increase this, right, they can now be able to push their own in-house brands, maximizing the profits they can make from the sale of these products, right? Looking at the numbers here, 23 million unique customers. This is crazy data in the retail space. So they've got a lot of data that they can now leverage. Recently, they announced Shoprite X, right, which is the tech innovation hub for the Shoprite group of companies. And out of it, it has already given birth to its first child, which is Checkers 6060. This is the on-demand delivery. Just download the app. As we speak, the app has got over 2 million downloads, right? You just download the app, you order what you want, they deliver it. Yesterday, I actually had my first, I had my quickest delivery, not my first, I had the quickest delivery ever, which was done in about 22 minutes. Granted, well, Checkers is about 6 km from where I stay, but that was quite a quick delivery. And everything that I ordered, I used voice recognition. I didn't have to search for anything, just go search and say what you want, and then it searches. So they are indeed doubling down on their technology and data harvesting. That being said, they're also doing this not only on the app but also in store. They introduced the rewards cards, right, where you swipe and then you've got a certain discount. It's always a give and take. Nothing is free, right? The mere fact that you're swiping the card, they're getting data from you, and then they're giving you a discount on certain products. So what data they getting? They already have your ID number. So from that, they know your age, they know your gender, right? They also know which Checkers or Shoprite store are you buying from. What is it exactly that you are buying? So that being said, from a retail perspective, for me at least personally, because of me having used this card so many times, no retailer knows me better than Checkers. And to some extent, they even know me better than I know myself, because a month ago, I can't remember what I bought, but they know, right? So as they collect this data, it now prepares them for the age of artificial intelligence. Not many people can be able to explain to you what is artificial intelligence. To keep it very simple, you can't separate machine learning and artificial intelligence, right? The two, they go hand in hand. Machine learning being the precursor to artificial intelligence. So meaning you've got an algorithm that you feed as much data as you can. Based on the data you feed this algorithm, it's able to now predict what this customer is going to do. For example, in my case, I log in, I buy X amount of items. The machine learning algorithm has learned that Kudzai bought these 10 items at this time, delivered to this place. The same applies if I walk into the shop, right? I walked into the shop, this is what I bought, and when I swipe my Checkers Extra Savings card, this is how much I spent. So it's now learning not only me, but all of these 23 billion customers. So the more data it has access to, the more it can learn to predict better, right? So considering that they're sitting on this gold of data, they're now able to predict what each customer is most likely to buy in the future. So now this ushers a way for precision retail. We haven't seen that yet in South Africa, but it's slowly coming in. What is now precision retail? When it comes to precision retail, you now have individualized service offerings to customers. So for example, if I log in on the app, let's say I'm using Facebook or Twitter, my feed is not the same as yours because we're different individuals. So now they're bringing the same, or they are most likely going to start bringing the same into the retail space, where if you log in to your Checkers 6060 app, what you see is unique to you, and they can even give you a different price to mine in the future based on the basket that you order. So that being said, because they're sitting on so much data and they're investing heavily in technology, I really do think there is a whole lot of growth potential for Shoprite. We're looking at 23 million customers plus, if I'm not mistaken. This means 1 in 2 South Africans are Shoprite customers. These are huge numbers. So let me just keep it short here. Shoprite is an extremely big business, and I do hope I've raised some valid points and it has given you something to think about. And if you do have any other companies you want me to look at, feel free to let me know. Mind you, everything I do say is only for educational purpose and it's not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence before you invest your hard-earned money. Thank you so much for taking your time to watch this. Enjoy the rest of your day. Cheers.